You are still watching Prime Morning, and of course, the newspapers have a lot they are reporting. This is the News Flash segment. Kayla?
Yep. So we've got how many of them over here? About
we have a
six,
lot.
Seven?
We have a lot. But before we delve into them,
this morning.
Before we delve into them, we want you to join us via Zoom this morning, like we do on every Friday. So make sure you are well dressed. Make sure the area you are in is well lit so we can see every feature of yours. Look good and give us everything that we want, okay? We are not here alone, of course. The man who eats, breathes, and sleeps data is right here with us. I'm talking about Isaac Kofi Adjei. Hello.
Hello, Rose.
How are you?
KMJ, I'm fine.
Charlie, it looks like
you are fine in the new budget. you were fine before.
But this gentleman, it looks like every year on year, his bid goes higher. The day they poach him, Charlie, the way he will chop millions, serious.
No, for me, will not go anywhere.
His bid keeps going higher. No, he won't go anywhere. But I know that Kwesi will increase his salary. Like maybe next year, I don't know what he takes now, but probably Kofi will be taking maybe some 20K or 30K because right now he's taking 18K. So he will be taking maybe 30K.
Rosalie, let people start calling me.
Why shouldn't they call you?
This data is according to Bloomberg or Reuters?
Exactly.
Or myjoyonline.com.
So you don't take 18K, is that what you're saying? You can't say it on TV.
See, allow this guy to be peaceful, whatever it is, before you get in trouble.
Kofi, we love you. Anyway.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're going to be getting into the other conversations as always, but let's look at the front page of the various newspapers we have over here. Daily Graphic this morning says SAL votes in 2024 elections. EC begins process, and also Ahafuman SHS wins Stenovation competition. GGSA launches 110th anniversary and memorial mass held for Theresa Kufuor. Yesterday was all about the former First Lady, and yes, everybody that mattered showed up to bid their farewell to the former First Lady. May her soul rest in perfect peace. It was really, really sad, seeing the former President Kufuor going through all that process, but God knows best, and we'll continue to wish the family well, and may God comfort them. So that's the front page of the Daily Graphic. At the back page, GNPC spends $100 million on Voltaire Basin seismic data. I don't know where they're going to do with this data, but it looks like Kofi should give us an idea. Northern Regional NHIA mobilizes blood for emergencies. All right, so that's Daily Graphic this morning, giving us some updates. Yes. That'll be all.
Yes, let's do the Daily Statesman newspaper. Chief Justice urges police to protect judicial staff from attacks. NMC receives 318 complaints of disturbing broadcast content. Talking about this, when I saw this, I decided to read it because I wanted to know the kind of content that people are complaining about. And guess what? They are complaining about money doubling, money rituals, fake lotteries, occultic practices, and pornography. I didn't know that some stations show porno here in Ghana.
Oh, they do.
Have you watched some?
I've heard, but I rather indulge in it than watch it.
Oh, I see.
I'd rather do it myself than these things. They don't freak me in any way. Yeah.
Well, it's quite sad to hear that they are doing it because they know there are rules and regulations, there are laws that abide, broadcasting. So why will you do something if you know it's wrong? Anyway, we continue. There is a banner headline: $50 million cranes commissioned as Phase 2 Tema Port expansion project begins. President opens library technology hub at Bantama, and Peace Council calls for end to politics of religion. I think this is one of the best stories I have actually chanced on this morning. That's it.
All right, so Ghanaian Times this morning is also reporting on the former First Lady, Kufuor begins last journey home, and also GGSA launches 110th anniversary celebration in Accra. The big story over here says 15 TV stations land in trouble. NMC vows to sanction them for offensive content. And that was also reported in the other paper I wrote in red. Government moves to support kidney transplantation locally at reduced cost. That would be a good one because this kidney issue is a big deal. Now, Black Stars Eye winning start against Madagascar, and today we're hoping that they will be able to win that match. If not,
what time is the
two
match?
matches that we have.
What time?
I think we're looking at around 2 p.m. somewhere. Let me find out the
I want the time so that I can
right
sleep.
time, and I'll let the viewers know.
Okay. I want to know, if I get to know the time, that's the time that I'll sleep. I'll put off TV and sleep.
Oh, why are you doing that?
What should I do? What should I do?
You need to watch. Everybody is watching.
I should watch so that what?
For us to win. Because it's going to be a win.
As we sat here, we complained about GFA. Me, I should tear my heart today.
Oh no, they have changed.
When?
According to the players.
Come and defend them again. Like you complain to us.
The only team I defend on this earth is the Black Queens.
The matches are 4 p.m. actually.
4 p.m. right?
So I'm setting an alarm.
Okay. 4 p.m. So the build up will be around 2
will you
p.m.
watch?
on Joy FM.
Oh, yeah.
Have you done analysis on it?
The Black Stars.
Are we winning?
Well, I think we'll win. Let's just wait to solidify it. And it's in Kumasi anyway. They've been battling the
They always play in
Asante
Kumasi.
Kotoko, probably disgrace. So this time around, if Black Stars is in Kumasi, they are hoping to probably get some relief before. This one will be a weekend warmer for people in Kumasi. So I think they'll win.
You think?
And I think they have some really good support in Kumasi.
Yes.
You know, that alone
Very massive.
It's good they didn't come to Accra.
Most times.
That's
so,
why Accra has
Because
been long since they came in. Right?
We have given up.
But you see,
We have given up.
that's what we love Kumasi people. You know.
They shouldn't give up.
They don't give
They
up
should
like that. So,
continue.
yeah,
You see, when I
love
put the newspaper down, the paper, apparently you're going to read Black Stars. See how the biscuit even flew. You were going to read. Now I understand why it flew. Continue.
Allow these people to rest. But I mean, let's pray for them. You know,
Continue.
They will win.
Those of you who want to use my Black Star picture to, support Black Stars, you can go ahead and do it. The pictures are there, played. All the jerseys, I have worn them. But we are still losing. Let's continue.
So that will be all for the Ghanaian Times this morning as well.
The new Weekend Crusading Guide, government dithering back passing over Public Officers Conduct Act, Occupy Ghana says so. Public roast Media General over divisive religious cartoon. Busula DC attacks fuel pump attendant for daring to demand payment. Really? I think I will say all, some DCEs, is it because they call them honorable or what? Because some DCEs, their actions are more than the president of Ghana.
Or they are probably gods on their own.
Yeah, I know, right? That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
He attacks a fuel pump attendant, and you know how they say it. Do you know who I am?
I'm an honorable.
We continue. Intensify earthquake sensitization campaign. Deputy Lands Minister urges GGSA. GPRTU Vice Chair and stewed head of Manche Ankara royal family. And this particular story, which yesterday there was a funeral, is still ongoing. I think we'll finish the funeral tomorrow. Is the former First Lady of Ghana, Madame Theresa Kufuor, as she goes home. Okay, we finish on Sunday rather, not tomorrow. So it's Sunday after the Thanksgiving service. And the president, the former president, her husband, His Excellency President Kufuor, actually penned down a message and said, "Fare thee well, Abba. Adieu, my dearest love." Quite sad. It's never easy to lose a loved one, especially living probably the last 50 years of your life with this person, and you have to say goodbye to that person. May God give him strength in this difficult time. That'll be all for the new Weekend Crusading Guide.
Mama Teresa served, and I loved her. She was very calm, cool and collected, and she's one of the few first ladies that you would admire from afar. And it's sad. Daily Guide says Kufuor cries for Theresa as Ghana bids farewell. And Ashanti NPP clears 8 to contest orphan seats. Nigeria's First Lady is Paralympic patron. An NDC fake quotes plot exposed. To force in closest case in 2.37 million euros ambulance trial. And well, those are some stories on the front page. At the back page, Nigeria's first lady as Paralympic patron. You can read the story on that. The GFA supports spillage victims. Our own GFA.
Rosalind's GFA.
Let me see how much they gave them.
You have given it to me.
Let's check the amount. Let's check the amount.
I'm looking for the amount. Don't worry, they have not paid 4 coaches. They're going to support spillage people.
Yes, they were here.
They better write the amount here.
They were right.
They donated. Okay,
They donated goods.
Goods and services worth.
They don't have money.
Donated goods.
Hey, wait, no. It's
Go down. Go. You know they inside.
They know right.
No, they donated goods.
They donated sports. The money maybe. Hey.
The way then they flood. How would they do sports?
Let me see. Maybe I can see what.
There's no money there.
Okay, we see boxes of tomato paste. We see boxes of soap, some toilet rolls. And there's no money inside.
But I think they've done well. I mean,
yeah.
No
yes,
amount
they
is
have
too
done
small.
well.
Yeah.
They've really done well.
Yeah, they have to pay the coaches.
All right,
Probably this will give Black Stars the win tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Finder newspaper. GEOP enrolls 17,340 out of school children into schools, Education Minister says. So, Ahafo Senior High School is winner of 2023 STEM Novation competition. You left an unbridgeable void in my life. Ex-President Kufuor's poignant tribute to Theresa. I think that will be all for the Finder newspaper. Kofi?
Yeah, that'll be all.
Oh, that's all?
Yeah,
so we do the Chronicle newspaper. So you've done this one already?
Yeah, it's still almost the same thing. Okay, here is more of business, right?
Yes.
So let me just go through that. 8.4 billion Ghana cedis spent on free SHS in 7 years. On the economy, economists questioning true impact of GDP growth amid industrial sector decline. And the GSC composite index up at 30.75%. And the EcoBank and AGF sealed $200 million risk sharing deal. That's the largest guarantee facility in sub-Saharan Africa. All right. Collective action needed to shape Africa's financial future and rising to the challenge. Young leaders are at the forefront of climate innovation. Yeah.
All right. The Chronicle newspaper, our final newspaper. Customers use MTN over alleged poor service. We have to start doing all of these things. I think I'm going to follow suit. Anyway, Ghana Geological Survey Authority is 110 years old. Hooray! Ghana-based Theresa Kufuor farewell. And the banner headline, Ghana hits bauxite jackpot as Ninahin deposits appreciate by 50%. Hooray! Good news. Anyway.
Rosalind, you're celebrating it. Are you aware there is Sino-Hydro deal? That we've signed with China to have access to some of our bauxite minerals.
I don't know what to say at this point.
Yes.
It's so true. You know, we've given out. That's for another thing. This is Joy Prime. This is not Joy News. So Joy News will do it. For Joy Prime, we are limited. Anyway, we have a Bible quotation. Right after the Bible quotation, want to hear from you. Sending your messages to us. We'd love to read it. Of course, yesterday was the reading of the budget. Kofi is here to explain every single thing in that budget to us as laymen who do not understand the Nkunim budget. Yes, you heard things about sanitary power tax off, commercial buildings tax off, electrical, cars, vehicles. How many electrical vehicles do we have? Tax going to be waived off and all of that. So Kofi is here to explain to us how do we benefit as individuals here. And the Bible verse, Isaiah chapter 43 verse 19. Behold, I will do a new thing. Isaiah chapter 43 verse 19.
Isaiah 19.
Behold, I will do a new thing.
Behold.
I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it?
Shall ye not know it?
I I will make a way in the wilderness.
Make sure quiet to be a quiet in the wilderness.
And rivers in the desert.
You didn't show any assassin from.
Ebertway.
Yeah.
Ebertway.
Couldn't buy that. Gonna play.
Anyway, Kofi, the two Kofis are here. Kofi, maybe I should leave you to champion this one.
And couldn't budget. No, but I you see, just like every other person, and I saw Professor Entry, you know, do some serious analysis on the budget. And for me, just like every other person, I feel this is not the kind of budget a lot of Ghanaians were looking out for. And I could be wrong or whatever it is, but I think that from where we have started from and where we are now, if you look at the budget like that, there are too many things. Like Roslyn mentioned right now, how many electric cars do we have in this country?
Yeah, of course. I mean, but if you look at 2017, when the finance minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, first appeared before Parliament to read the nation's budget, he titled it, I think, Asempa.
Yeah.
Then we moved from Asempa to COVID-19, where things really went bad. And now we are calling the 2024 budget, which is probably the last budget for President Akufo-Addo, the Nkunim budget. So they came with Asempa, and probably they are exiting with Nkunim. But Nkunim, to wit, means there was probably a war, and you have won.
Victory.
Yeah, of course, victory. And the only war that Ghanaians probably know right now is the economic crisis, which we are fighting with day by day. And you have an inflation rate, it's coming down all right, but around 35%. It simply means that it's an invincible tax on your disposable income. So if Roslyn is earning her 30,000 that she earns every month, it means that about 35% has been taken away just by inflation. So if she compares her salary a year ago to what she's earning right now, about 35% is gone.
Yeah.
That's an economic crisis that Ghanaians are battling with. So now you go to the market, you have 10 cedis, you have 100 cedis, you can't shop for the same amount of goods. You are a female, you know, every month there's headache. You need to find, like, the average female has to find about 50 cedis. The ladies, even the teenagers have to find about 50, 60 cedis to buy sanitary pads. And they're battling with this economic crisis. So they read the budget, listen to the finance minister, and they ask themselves, is this really an Nkunim thing for us? Or is Nkunim for government in a sense that they've been able to probably wade through the economic crisis where they said they were not going to the IMF, they will not go to the IMF today, they will not go to the IMF tomorrow, they will not go to the IMF as long as the MPP remains in power. But here we are celebrating the gains we've received from the IMF support. Probably that's the Nkunim, because the ordinary Ghanaian cannot map the economic success probably the finance minister is talking about to their pocket. They can't really feel it. They are going into Christmas. This is November 17, and I mean,
don't have any money in my account.
Even Rosalinda earns more than 30,000 Ghana cedis. Doesn't have any money.
I earn how much?
30,000 Ghana cedis. 30,000.
Initially, I had 3,000.
No.
Then
30K.
Who?
You.
Is there another Roslyn here?
No, it's the same Roslyn.
So you see, even Roslyn.
He didn't mention his name.
It doesn't matter. There's no other Roslyn here apart from you.
No, but in the industry, I'm not the only Roslyn.
Okay,
so
we're not talking about industry. We're talking about us here. Exactly.
Okay, continue.
Nkunim account. Nkunim account.
Your Nkunim account is not Nkunim.
My account is not Nkunim.
But in fact, I think Ghanaians are not happy.
My account is Ronyame.
At all.
Because you see, the finance minister goes back to the finance ministry yesterday and was giving a victory welcome where people. Yes. I don't know if you've not seen.
No, have you seen it?
I've not seen that.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a Messiah coming.
In Ghana here?
Yes, in Ghana here. People are furious. That they weren't.
And his people are happy.
Yes, these people are happy welcoming him back to the finance ministry. hooraying him and all of those things. He's presented a Nkunim budget. I mean,
you know, to me, there's one thing about presenting a budget and the other thing about implementing it. How many times haven't we had budgets being read, yet implementations are still, you know, in the offing? As of now, there are so many things that have been ready in 2019 that haven't been done, 2020 that haven't been done, you know, so year on, we hear so many things read. You see just probably 40% done and 60%.
The only thing that we usually go ahead to implement are the tax handles.
That's it.
The tax measures. We said we'll bring e-levy. You see e-levy,
we'll
bring it. We said we'll increase VAT from 12 to 15. We will do it. Can you imagine that you have a VAT of 15% on sanitary pads?
That's crazy.
And so we'll talk about the tax. So
I think we should look at the top 10 takeaways from the 2024 budget.
Before we do that, we have Abdullahi joining us via Zoom. Good morning, Abdullahi. Abdullahi? Okay, unmute yourself for us, okay?
Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
Great. Abdullahi, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We know you want to speak a bit about the budget, so please go ahead.
Come again?
Please go ahead and speak a bit about the budget for us.
Yes. Good morning to you. And then today I'm not seeing any of you in the studio, so I'm a bit...
Oh, you can see us?
Yes, please.
What happened to your camera?
Though I was listening to the discussions, but I'm unable to see you people.
Oh.
Okay.
Is it?
You can still make your points, though.
Okay. So, first of all, it's about the budget. So, I think if you look at the presentation of the budget, the minority are just damning everything, and I think it's not the best. Let's begin to have hope. All that we are saying is that let's have hope, because we're doing well as a nation, as a country, and then we're hit by something that people don't want to accept that it's a reality. But the truth is that it's really the reality. We're hit by COVID. We're also hit by this Russia invasion to Ukraine. And the whole world is in recession. And it's not only Ghana. Now, I recall anytime we talk about COVID, and then we also talk about this Russia-Ukraine, minority people will refer to the Vice President's famous comment, which said, why is it that Dumso had to jump from Cote d'Ivoire and other neighboring countries, and only it's in Ghana that we are facing this crisis? Those were statements of facts. You are the media there, and you have the facts to yourselves. Those were statements of facts, because at that time, it was whilst Ghana was facing this crisis under John Dramani Mahama, it was only Ghana that was facing that. Many of the African countries were not having those challenges. We did also accept that before even the COVID also strike, our economy was also in some small problems, but it got worsened the moment the COVID really came in. That was the issue. But fast forward after COVID, the president said that we know how to revive the economy, but we don't know how to bring lives back. And so we are out of COVID now. So we are putting in measures. We are only calling for Ghanaians to have hope, because if you look at inflation, which was hitting around 50 plus, it's now around 35. We are not celebrating it, but it gives us a hope. At least there is hope. So we are only calling on Ghanaians to have hope. Okay. Even under this same economy, workers' salary have been increased by 23% and subsequently 25%. So all that we are calling on Ghanaians is that they should have hope. And then the vice president will come in 2024 to do magic for all of us as Ghanaians.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Abdullahi, right?
Yeah, Abdullahi.
Abdullahi says magic.
Yeah. Oh, he's Abdullahi believes in the government. Magic. No, Abdullahi believes in the government. And you see, everybody and what they think. And I think that for Abdullahi, this is his belief. And he's seen it before. Maybe he has been affected positively by the government. So Abdullahi, thank you so much for calling. We'll see you next week, okay?
I don't know.
Abdullahi.
Yes, please.
Is today nobody's birthday? Because you always wish people a happy
It's
birthday.
my birthday indeed.
Oh.
Happy birthday.
Magic birthday.
Thank you.
Every day.
Thank you so much. But permit me to speak to one other guy called Mahmoud Baumia,
Who is that?
the Alaji.
He has done what?
There's a famous Alaji who always joined immediately after I joined.
Yes, he does.
Yes, I want to greet him. He failed to greet me, but he was interested in just attacking. I'm only sharing my views.
Everybody understands that you're only sharing your views. Don't worry at all.
Exactly. But I'm greeting him. He's a good friend. I don't know him, but I want to make friends with him because he
Okay.
shares the name of a great person, the Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia.
Okay. All right. He's definitely heard you. Have a good day, Abdullah.
Oh boy.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Okay.
I mean, see, politics is politics. He was speaking about the, wages of people increased to 23 and subsequently...
It's going to be increased. It's not increased yet.
He was making it look like it's done already. And again, the other increment, it's not like it's going to happen in the space of 2 weeks. From the 23, we move to 25 like he was mentioning. No, it's a period.
Yeah.
And even that, it depends on how the economy moves. Because these things don't just happen like the way
Yeah.
he's making it look like. So when he brought the magic thing, I was thinking that he thinks that these things were happen by magic.
No.
they are
So
not magic.
when you have a die-hard fan or somebody who believes in something, the person will believe with their last breath, and I think that is where Abdullah is coming from. Like I said,
you should leave that place. Wait, no.
But you see, Kay, maybe you and I and Kofi, who are floating voters, I call us, because there are years that will vote for NPP, there are years who vote for NDC, depending on how the economy is. There are people that, no matter the economy, they have a political party they'll vote for, and they believe they are their savior.
Yeah.
So maybe he's just one of those. He's not a floating voter. He's one person who believes that this particular political party is here to save Ghana. And, they sing the song, "We are here to save Ghana." So that's what he believes in. So we have to appreciate it.
Bye-bye, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Are those two songs? Those are not, that's
Parliament, yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Oh, I'm not making that.
Wait, but...
This was what the minority was singing.
I heard it, but I didn't expect it to this morning.
The majority, what was even their song?
They were singing,
"We are here to save Ghana."
Yes, with some Nkunim, something. And then
I think Sika was the leader, right?
Yes. And also started, bye-bye. So I'm just...
So I am singing "We are here to save Ghana." You are singing the bye-bye. Is that what it is? Okay. All right. Anyway. Which of the slides are we starting with, Kofi?
Let's start with the 10 key takeaways from the budget.
So we have to look at the 10
and go through. But I would like to say something about the wages and salaries.
Yeah.
The base pay that has actually been increased. If you look at where Labour started from, what they wanted, they assessed their situation and they were like, if you look at the inflation, depreciation of the CD, and the hardship we have to go through, government give us 120% increment.
Yeah.
That was what they started.
And look at where we ended up.
Yes. So government was like, no, you are starting from 120. I'm starting from 10.
Yeah.
Labour moves to 75. Government moves to 15. So it's a game of chess.
Yeah. And they went to 60.
And finally,
they even, on the Monday,
60,
they even went around 60, 65.
And all of a sudden, we don't know, magic happened anyway.
Exactly where my problem is. This is the magic.
The equilibrium went to 23. It's good anyway.
My thing is, to you it's not magic because you're a floating voter. You understand? But to that party faithful, that person that eats and breathes that political party, their colors, you can't tell the person that his leader can't perform magic.
And that's what we need to move from, because you see, it's not a party thing. We're looking at a country. We're looking at a nation. It's not your party. You get it?
I get
When people get to enjoy whatever they have to enjoy, whatever they feel that they deserve, it's not about your party.
Listen.
And it's not about you as an individual.
I get you, but you see...
So we need to...
Let's look at it this way. Let's look at this way. If I am the president's daughter and I am benefiting from this particular governance where I have made so much, do you think that I will not see him as a savior?
So Rose, are you saying those who are enjoying or benefiting are the ones singing the praise?
Oh.
You get it?
If you are not enjoying, will you sing?
Oh, of course,
But it
I
shouldn't be the
understand you
case.
anyway.
That's what I'm saying. That
But the
Because
ordinary
what-
Ghanaian also, we have
exactly.
a say.
There
anyway.
are ordinary
It shouldn't be the
Ghanaians
case.
who are not enjoying and they are suffering and they speak out. Let's look at even when they had a delegate conference. You had a lot of delegates talk about how they are suffering and they didn't hide it. And anybody who is suffering will tell you, I'm suffering. Oh, there's a lady who actually said she was selling her thumb because she's suffering. So, and there was a video. She said, if you want her to vote for you, then come and buy her thumb because she suffered. And she's not here to just go vote for anybody. She will vote based on the money that you bring.
Benefits.
Because she knows that after that, she won't hear from you again.
But that, must that be the way we
That's
do our
the point.
democracy?
No.
That's what we are now.
Because you see,
That's then-
not
that's
everybody is
complete
fortunate to be the
vote
president's
buying,
daughter or the president's brother or the president's
Anyway.
sister. You get it? So we're
Yeah.
looking at a general
The
perspective
masses,
of the situation. You understand? So yes, he may be supporting, but why would you be fighting a fight? An individualistic
I'm just wondering-
fight,
I'm just
when you know there are
wondering
many
how-
others who are going
Yeah,
through.
I'm just-
all in the name of belong to a
but
party.
that's what people have gotten to. Anyway, we continue.
I'm just wondering how parents are going to find money
to pay school fees.
next year
Yeah.
and then even Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't even want to
Imagine
think
a
about
parent with 3 kids, 4 or 5. I mean, I wonder how they do it, but it looks very difficult.
For Christmas, there will nobody go enjoy.
Well, let's start from the number one. Government says they are going to do the construction of the La General Hospital, and the finance minister made a very emphatic statement that the contractor is supposed to resume work next week. Next week is about
It's
72. It's Monday, 72 hours. Yeah. So La General Hospital.
Was it
the
specific on next week?
Yes.
Maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
It said next week.
So
What day next week?
he read the budget Wednesday, right? So he read the budget Wednesday.
Okay,
So
depending on your next week, we don't have 72 hours because it could be next week Friday.
It could be Saturday.
It could be Thursday.
It could be Sunday.
That's more than 72 hours.
I'm looking at the immediate one.
What happened?
So La General Hospital, you know, we're speaking about this. The hospital was pulled down due to some structural.
In fact, the people were ready to contribute monies to, put it together themselves.
Yeah.
That's what they came out to say. They
Yeah.
said that if the government won't do it, they will find a way to do it themselves.
They will do it. I mean, let's go to number 2 and see what's in there. Oh, the infamous sanitary pad tax, where government says, now I'm going to apply a 0 VAT on import duty waivers for raw materials of locally manufactured sanitary pads. Will be implemented in 2024. It simply means that if you are doing the import of the sanitary pad itself, the already made ones, you're not going to enjoy any form of tax relief or waivers. But if you're importing the materials to do it here in Ghana, then you are going to enjoy that 0% VAT rate.
How many companies do we have them
That's the question
doing
anyway.
the manufacturing here?
Because it's a matter of demand and supply.
The government
If
is
we
just being smart about this.
if-
Doesn't
if-
even make
if-
sense.
Well, that's KFJ.
So I was thinking,
It
you know,
doesn't- this
I
doesn't make
mentioned a
sense.
brand yesterday, and I was even told that particular brand doesn't even do it here in Ghana, although it's owned by a Ghanaian. They actually do it in China and they import it. Yeah,
No, but how many companies? No, do we have one district manufacturing company that is doing this here locally that you say, okay, maybe I've been able to put this together. So when you're
this is like
importing-
playing mind games. Oh,
it doesn't make sense.
it's playing
That's
mind
what it
games
is.
because you still go and buy the pad at 20 cedis.
There's no sense in this.
You know, buying pad is a cash cow, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because it's a must for every
It's a
woman
must.
every month.
Exactly.
So 20
Exactly.
cedis you pay.
Clear
for,
off those taxes. This
50
doesn't make
cedis you
sense.
pay. I think the cheapest pad right now is 18 cedis.
Wow.
Yes.
No, it's expensive, bro.
What did you think? Hello?
15.
Yeah.
18. I didn't say 15. There's none like 15. It's 18 cedis.
And you see,
That's the cheapest you can
even
get.
on the day of the reading of the budgets, there were kids, not kids, there were
Children.
let me put it that way, who were with placards over there. Come on now.
Not just them, but I think those who lost their jobs as a result of the toll booth.
Yeah.
Yeah, people with disability.
Yeah.
They were also there.
They were also
and
there.
some of them were arrested.
Yeah.
Police said they didn't have the
permits
permission
to be there.
to be there. I mean, this looks very blanket, and
Extremely blanket.
I don't think
bro.
it will add any significant to the kind of problems
But
that
you can be
our
smart,
ladies
but don't be smart on things
They
like
just
this.
did. They just
You get
did,
it?
honey.
Don't be smart on things like this.
They just played on the layman's intelligence. Let's go on Zoom and speak with Richard. Hello, good morning, Richard. Hello, Richard. Richard, you are listening to yourself. Please lower the volume on your television set so we can talk.
Richard, you have been to.
He has actually unmuted himself, so we can hear him. We can hear the voices in the background.
Richard, lower the volume on your TV set, okay?
And on mute.
Okay, we'll get back to you.
We'll come back to you.
Let's
Richard.
go to number
Yes.
3 then. Before.
All right, so this is empty. You're saying.
Very. In fact, doesn't make sense.
Okay.
All right, let's go with this one.
This one I think will pull some sort of weight. Government says they are going to allocate an amount of 220 million to support relief phase for the communities affected by the floods. 220
You know
million.
what? My question I ask, what is that 220 million going to be used for? Are we sharing it to give to the people, to be given into their pockets? Are we building a new community for them? Are we building them on certain lands that if there should be a spillage, this will not happen? Are we going to make sure that next time VRA does their spillage is not going to affect them? What is this 220 million Ghana?
So I think it's all inclusive anyway.
I would love a breakdown.
Yeah.
I think that sometimes we play with figures too much in the eyes of the people.
This looks very aggregated.
Yes. So you finish, they use probably 20 million, but they'll tell you we use 220 million. What did you use it for? What are you using it for? Tell us and we'll be happy so we can hold you accountable.
The question is, can government even afford even 220 million, because they say they are going to fall on a certain window of opportunity that has been opened by the World Bank.
So then again,
that's where they are going to.
It's not conclusive.
So it's
and I would
very
really
conditioned.
appreciate an accountability of this.
Anyway, we have another person joining us via Zoom.
This is not conclusive.
Yeah, that's what I just
So
said.
if those opportunities do not open, what happens, Kofi?
I can't see your tattoo. What happened to your tattoo?
It's there.
Okay. Hello, good morning, Amwabi.
Yes, I'm great.
Hello, good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing great, and how are you guys doing?
We are doing fantastic. Where are you joining us from?
I'm joining you people from Kwahu as usual.
Fantastic. Talk to us this morning.
But last week my hand was raising up for more than 1 hour.
Super sorry. We are sorry. We are sorry. Please talk to us.
Let me go straight to my point. You know, they as you're saying, this government is playing with the minds of Ghanaians. Why am I saying so? Look at La General Hospital. Someone had the same problem with Red Hospital. He never took everything down. He did it in phases. That's what we call visionary. Right now, we just came to do the budget about 3 days ago, and you are telling us that construction is going to start probably next week. In the meantime, the budget have not yet been sent to Parliament for debate and appropriation. So, which money are they going to use to do those construction on next week? It's all a mind play game. Look at that of the sanitary part. How many companies do you have in Ghana here producing sanitary parts? And how can their supplies meet our demand? So this typically costs 90, budget. Everything in it. Look at the Akosombo Moves village. What's 320 million going to do today?
220.
220 million. As you were saying, are they going to be, I don't know how to distribute it to them for keeping their pocket or what? Even what the donation most people took, Ibrahim Mahama, Chida, and so on, it's more than that 220 million Ghana cedis. So these people see that as let's make it fools. Look at the way this finance minister was met at his office. In which civilized country would that happen? Misusing our own money and you have your workers who are public sector workers of CLOSAG, and they know very well that it's in their agreement when being employed that you have no right to be partisan. And you people stood there going to welcome a disaster. Just like the same way they did the Kenke and Wache party. You see, this government, I don't actually know what's wrong with them. In the first place, can you the hosts over there, let's take it for instance, you and your family need some money for a project. You just go for a loan. The moment the loan comes in, you've not yet started the project, you start chilling with the money that they have done what I've been able to access loan to do this project. So let me start and chilling. Doesn't it even make sense at all? So at time, and this increment for Ghanaian workers, in the meantime, we Ghanaian workers, we are underemployed. We are employed, but we are underemployed. What's that 23% going to do? It's already being consumed by taxes. The 23% is already being consumed. What's our food inflation actually speak at the moment? Food inflation, utility bills. When these people were campaigning in 2015, 2016, they told us that our electricity bills are even higher than our rent, our monthly rent. But unfortunately, right now, our monthly bills are even more than our annual rent.
Anyway,
so
Awami, thank you so much for sharing your opinion with us.
You're most welcome.
Thank you. Have a good day. All right, Akisme. Hello. Unmute yourself for us, Akisme.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing great, and you?
Oh, we are doing great too. Talk to us.
Today you are so super fabulous, but one of my girls have refused to come to the stadium. You know the person. Today I don't want to place you because if I place you, that man will just draw me for the lie.
This one.
Yes, that guy over there. I don't know.
This one.
Sometimes, my beautiful sister. Sometimes Ghanaians, we must remove our political spectacle and speak and face the facts. Under this MPP government, economy no is basa. Why? Because Ghanaians, you have a lot of resources, good timber, but still, President Akufo-Addo, every day borrowing, but you never be free. Many about Ghanaians said I should tell another Akufo-Addo that if a math student asking for fund Y and X, it is not the business of economists, because no matter what the name or the budget, this or this and that or this and that, Ghanaians, we are fed up of this MPP corrupt government, because you yourself cry, you see one who kala no under Akufo-Addo, your kala no kurano swatch, but under John Mahama every day. One thank you for color. The economy is sweet and super fabulous. So I'm pleading to all Ghanaians that coming 2024 election, you must all come together and vote for NDC and John Mahama. They are the Ghana savior. No what else again. A kiss me, so should be quiet. Thank you all.
Thank you. I kiss me, so should be quiet. Thank you. I'm dumbfounded.
Yeah.
I heard my colors Well, thank you so much. For those of you who can join us via Zoom, you are welcome to join us this morning. And please make sure that the room is lit. And when you join us, please unmute yourself. Make sure you're well dressed as well. Okay. So make sure you're well dressed.
Akisme was well dressed, right?
Yes, all of them are well dressed. So if you're not well dressed, we won't pick you.
Okay.
Yes. So yes, we're talking about. So we are done with the 220 million Ghana cedis.
Oh yes.
We are done.
Oh, yes, we are.
But we just need transparency.
Yeah.
This is again, like we said, that's being thrown into our eyes. Let us know how much money. Don't tell us you have allocated monies to them. Let us know what the monies you have allocated is going to be used for.
And let them know the money is not there yet.
So that we can say that
we're not going to look.
You said you were going to build a house.
Yes.
You haven't built it.
Because
you said you were going to give road.
We promised Ghanaian youth some youth starts. Remember the youth start program?
Yeah. I don't know when. 3 years or 4 years.
Yeah, I don't know when that program.
Every year we read budget and it's youth start is inside.
There's another one. I think we have youth in employment.
We have
youth in agriculture.
Okay, Razak has also joined us. Trazak. Okay.
Who? Trazak?
No, Sadak.
Sadak or Sadiq?
What? Sadat. Oh, Sadat. Good morning. Oh no, what's for this one, Sadat?
There's a network.
Sadat, so this one the mobile number you are trying to reach is currently unavailable. Thank you. We'll try and call you, okay?
Sadat, reconnect again.
Let's go to the African print industry.
Yes. Very important. I mean, we are all clad in African print, so. The finance minister is saying that there will be that 0 rate of VAT on locally manufactured African print. That will also be implemented or extended for an additional 2 years. So it's already existing. It's something that's already there. So they're going to extend it for 2 more years.
It should be kept.
So that, of course, because
it should be kept,
just see the Chinese importing inferior ones into the system. They are cheaper and people are going for that. But we have the quality ones.
Exactly.
The quality.
What I'm worried, this is
what's the 2 years? Huh? What's the 2 years doing there?
They are telling you that after 2 years they can bring it back.
Or not.
That's why I say I can.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, see,
the NDC is actually claiming this one.
The controversial one.
Politically, is it the same dreams the Western people God make them dream? Is it the same dream our political leaders dream in Africa?
No.
And I'm not even
Our land
political
is
about
different.
this. Like Africa,
No.
our leaders.
No.
Do they dream different from what the foreign people dream? When the leaders, when they sleep, God gives them different dreams.
Yes. In Africa, when you sleep, dog will be chasing you, snake will be chasing you, you'll be eating your dream, you enter under the sea. If you live abroad, ask a white man if he has ever dreamt a dog is chasing him before. And even the dog that chases you here in Ghana, here where you are sleeping, it is the black dog or the brown dog, the Ghana made one. Do you see a Caucasian shepherd chasing you before? Do you see a German shepherd chasing you before? How can you say it's a dream? They say the dream can never be the same. When you go to church and they tell you that your dreams are interpreted, it's okay. It's okay. Let's continue. Nice economy.
Anyway.
Well, this is a very controversial,
This is one of the most controversial.
Yes. The NDC, they are saying that, I mean, we're the ones who said we are going to do a 24-hour economy. So day plus night is equal to 24 hours. So, I mean, we are seeing a night economy initiative.
you know, one thing that I remember very well, I think in the beginning of the year, and I kept on asking the NDC, why are you not bringing out the kind of policies that you implement if you should come to power? They said, if we bring it out now, the NPP will take it and use it for they'll modify it to suit themselves. And because they are already in government, they will use it so it's as though they implemented it. So we won't talk about it. So the only one they have spoken about.
Yeah, they all steal from each other.
Exactly. Now it's been, it's actually in our budgets and we are seeing it.
Well, so let's look at some of the details of this night economy initiative. So,
hey, this country.
Have you read the details? So this is what the night economy.
A task force composed of public regulators and private sector actors has been established under a public-private partnership to enhance security and lighting infrastructure, driving the night economy initiative.
Whenever the word task force comes to mind in Ghana, you know what it could mean, right? People who have been asked to clamp down on vehicles, you know what they do.
Yeah.
And people will use this as an opportunity.
Exactly.
To put money in their pockets.
Yeah.
And I don't think this is very comprehensive enough, because if you're talking about a night economy or probably a 24-hour economy, I'm looking at an economy where if I want a certain service, which is very crucial, I can get it
at that time.
The same way I will get it during the day.
So this is where the difference will be, right? That's why you say NDC, because NDC says theirs is more of the shift system. In abroad, when you're working, you can do night or day. So maybe you're working in a factory. Yeah. Sometimes you can do 10 to 4 a.m. or 6 a.m. and somebody comes to do 6 a.m. to maybe 10 a.m. Somebody comes to continue 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So that is what they are saying. So this is slightly different from what they are saying.
Yeah, I want to be able to walk to DVLA around, let's say, 4 a.m.
Yes, and still get service. But you live in a country where that's pharmacists.
Of course.
Pharmacists in this country close at 11 p.m.
And even gas stations.
You get it. You have not provided the enabling environment for them to work 24 hours. When you are looking for medicine at 12 midnight, depending on the area you are in, you are dead already.
There's only one in East Legon. No, there are two in East Legon night.
The
But my
whole of
area,
East
my
Legon.
whole, my Lakeside Estate, 9 p.m. All pharmacies.
And we're talking about pharmacy, and not
Yeah.
any pharmacy.
Pharmacy.
That if you need help
if you
at
don't
11
know-
p.m., you will not get it.
If you don't know your car tie best, you are dead.
And you see,
At 8
they have
p.m.
they have reasons why they close at that
Yeah, of
time.
course,
You're not
security.
providing them the security that is good enough for them to say that
Yeah.
I'm doing a 24-hour, and you want to do a 24-hour economy.
I see security in there. I see lighting infrastructure.
Bro,
Maybe
the
they're
word I don't
starting.
like is task
Maybe it's
force.
part of the start.
Because we already have institutions that are supposed to do this,
Exactly.
right? Ghana Police Service.
Why are you putting a task force again
task
for
force
this?
for what?
Empower the police to do this job and leave the task force out of
They are
it.
creating-
The same task force that went to
are creating jobs.
Infante to go and kill
Job
two
creation.
people already.
In fact, how many
Job
schools,
creation.
how many,
They are protecting-
They are using
how
your
many
hands.
highways in Ghana have
Job
proper
creation.
lighting systems?
Eh?
Job creation.
Rose.
Richard. Oh, Richard. Oh, Richard. This one, dear.
The same
we
Richard is back
tried.
again.
Yes, the network is bad at
What?
this end.
No, okay, don't worry about the network you're using. Even those people have their own issues.
Anyway, we continue. All right, the next one.
Well, number 6.
Number 6.
So DDP has been concluded. This is good news for me because I don't want to wake up another day
To hear
next
about
year
DDP.
and say that, hey, come for exchange, come for haircut again. The finance minister says DDP has been successfully, and he uses the word concluded. So it means probably
But
done
when
and
you
dusted,
continue
right?
reading, it
It
doesn't
says
say.
it's a steady progress is being made on external debt restructuring. So we are done with the domestic guys.
The external is what we're
we are
looking
now going to tackle the big guys.
Okay.
You know, those who are difficult.
So no more
those
haircuts?
that if you mess up with them, they can sue you.
So now can
And you
people go for their investments without haircuts?
Well, so it simply means that now government will not call you and say your T-bills that you have bought come and restructure. It simply means that people can now go ahead to buy new bonds and expect that government will not touch them. And those who even participated in the DD program are assured that the terms and conditions we give you, we will not wake up one day and say we have increased it, we have changed it to this or that. Concluded. Concluded means government, we've had what we were looking for. The breathing space that we were looking for, we've had it with the number of people who participated. In fact, almost everything was done by the Bank of Ghana. I mean, they took the highest hit from this DDEP program that we are talking about. But the most important aspect, which has become so crucial in the next disbursement of our IMF programs and the money, is the external guys.
Yeah.
There's a condition for us to follow, and the condition is that we need to reach an agreement with our external creditors. They must give us an assurance and say, KMG, I'm forgiving you, let's say, this amount or that amount. Without that, the IMF is saying, no, we are not going to give you any money. Go and talk to them and let them give you actual restructuring before we can go ahead to give you the additional 600 million and the 720 million that we are expecting in 2024 and other things.
Okay.
So we still have a long way to go.
A long
Very long
way.
way.
In fact, a very difficult
It doesn't
one.
look like magical as people are
Yes,
saying it. No.
because
That one
our
magical
external
is
creditors
AMD's new word.
they are clever anyway. They know that
Exactly.
elections are just around the corner.
Yeah.
So
And you
if
can
they
easily convince them
yes,
with-
if they give you the fiscal space right now, they know you spend it on other things and later
run
on,
away.
And
well,
Run away and go away. Ghana is here. Don't sell us.
we ran away after the election.
Where they going? They'll sell us. We are here. We are the ones they are selling. Who else is going to be sold?
Ran away after the election.
They'll just buy you.
Scholarship.
Anyway, the 7th one.
the 7th one is also interesting. You know, Ghana's external sector is actually what dictates what happens here in the domestic space. So America, sneezes and we catch a cold.
Yeah.
So when they decide to tighten their monetary policies more, then we are suffering. So the finance minister is saying that our external sector, so in essence, the way the CD will perform will depend on the performance. It hinges on the negotiation with external creditors again. So we are going to, the fate of our CD and our external sector is dependent on an IMF-supported program, COCO syndicated loan, continuation of the Gold for Oil program, mining inflows, and second tranche of the IMF. There are about 5. If you look at all of them, 3 of them are loans. The other one, the Gold for Oil program, I don't know why we should be exchanging gold for oil. I mean, mining inflows, I mean, Galamsey and other things are swallowing us.
With the Gold for Oil program, has it done anything positive?
Well, government is saying that program plus other programs actually give us a free breathing space of about 800 million.
For us to have a CD stabilization.
Yes. They save us some 800 million, I think, this year or so. So they think it's a good program, and they are going to go ahead with it.
Sometimes it's about the talk. If it's saved us, where's the money?
Yeah. I mean, it saved us in the sense that now we did not need more dollars to go and bring in crude or refined crude.
The whole transparency thing is what sometimes they speak the numbers. It's just like what we said earlier. You're telling us that you take 220 million.
But is it really the Gold for Oil? Because I know that what really dictates the price of crude, or let me not even use crude, but the pumps, the price at the pumps, is the amount that the crude is costing per barrel, and then also the strength of the dollar.
Yes.
As we know, the dollar has not really probably misbehaved like the way it did in 2022. And then also you can now buy a barrel of crude at, I think, $75. It's not above that $100 that we were seeing. So those things are key factors. So I don't really know how the Gold for Oil deal is actually. So I think government must provide further and better facilities for us to
exactly what I'm saying.
Because I believe it can do something, but I'm not really.
It's not as if the way they are making it.
Yeah, the information is not out there for us to access and see. This cut was from here, that cut. Because I know that every year we need about $4 billion to bring in petrol and diesel, those refined products for us to consume here in Ghana. So if it's saving us, tell us more about that program.
Get to know much.
It's just again figures being thrown into our.
Yes.
Number 8.
Yeah, number 8 says the financial sector support. So you know of the NIB Bruha that's, I mean, merge it with other banks or whatever. So government is saying that they are going to allocate some 4 billion Ghana cedis to address these challenges in the financial sector, including the recapitalization of the National Investment Bank and distress SDI. So NIB is going to benefit from this 4 billion. But the question is, where is the government going to get $4 billion? Is it going to come from the...
I'm saying.
Sorry, hey, I love dollars,
magic.
But
because you are paid in dollars.
It's still the same magic. Yeah.
4 billion Ghana cedis. That's huge, anyway.
Yeah,
it's really huge.
And you can't do
e-levy is not even bringing in this amount in a year.
In a year.
So it's big money. I mean, I don't know where government to get 4 billion to do recapitalization.
Same magic.
But we know that World Bank is again at the corner and ready to probably support. So maybe that's where we'll get some of this support.
Let's support. We are paying. In other ways, you might not pay in money.
Oh, but the good news is that AFDB, African Development Bank, they have given us $102 million. They say, oh, use it to support your budgets in 2024.
That's the whole point.
That's good news.
But you see, you pay in other ways.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's no free lunch anyway.
There's no free lunch. What is in that contract that we don't know?
Yeah, of course. There's no free lunch.
They don't just get up and give us money. They are not for that Christmas. We continue.
There's another 2 billion somewhere.
Yes. So the finance minister is saying that the anticipation for the reflection, so they're anticipating that, you know, of our gross international reserves.
This is where the whole 4 billion Ghana cedis is coming from. The 220 million Ghana cedis is coming from. Because they are anticipating this $2 billion coming in.
So again, 2 loan items. They are loans anyway. Remember that whatever money IMF is giving us is not free. It's just that
and we should be worried about that.
It's relatively cheaper. I mean,
yeah. I don't know how much worried we are when
cocoa syndication. But we said by the end of the 2023-2024 planting or crop season, we need some $1.2 billion to support Cocoa Board to buy cocoa and do that. $1.2 billion. And we are saying that, I mean, every year we talk to a group of banks and they give us money to support this, endeavor. This year we are expecting $800 million from them. They are dragging their feet.
It's not coming yet.
Yes, of course, they are dragging their feet because they know those who give you, external people who give you money, you're asking them to come for haircut of 40 up to 40%. Those who gave you 3 billion, you're asking them to come for how much more me that I'm giving you, maybe 1 billion or 800 million. What will you do to me in the next 2 years? So they are accessing the situation and they want to be very careful. But Cocoa Board says they are very confident they'll get the $800 million plus additional 400 million from other arrangements.
And from the cocoa farmers?
Yeah, the producers. So, well,
most of them have issues.
Cocoa farmers are waiting because right now you've increased the price per bag.
Let's not forget that Galamsey has actually, affected the cocoa business so much. And so I keep smiling at that particular one, the number 9. I keep smiling with that because
these are people
I don't
who
know
are tired of Cocoa Board and they want Cocoa Board to allow them sell their own cocoa in their own ways.
Yes.
You understand?
Cocoa Board
that's an issue you need to even
they don't want any middleman
talking about all these things you're talking about. The people are not interested in dealing with Cocoa Board.
But cocoa has been saving the economy for the past. I think since the name Ghana actually even came up.
Because we're the second largest producers.
Yes.
What do you expect?
And in fact, we are dropping in terms of production anyway. Other countries are catching up. Brazil, there's Ecuador. They are all catching up. And Ivory Coast is widening the gap. They are gone.
Mismanagement.
Number 10.
Expenditure surge. Total expenditure is projected to increase by 21.3 billion.
Yes. So again, government is hoping to spend over 226 billion Ghana cedis. That's about, let's say, $22.6 billion. But let's look at the amount they are hoping to generate. 174.76, a little above that in 2024. So they are leaving another huge gap.
Yeah.
If you include arrears, clearance of arrears, we are talking about some $6 billion that government must look for. In terms of cedis, a little above 61 billion cedis that we need to actually find ways and means to finance in 2024. It's an election year, and so I'm not so surprised about a budget deficit of $61 billion cedis. I don't know where they'll get the money to finance it anyway because the bonds market, the local bonds market has been collapsed. At the external level, those who used to give us 3 billion every year, you're asking them to come for haircuts. They've kicked you out of the international fund market. They say you can come, but when you come, you pay high interest. We don't want to go because we can't afford it. People like the syndicated banks who used to give us money to support cocoa production and all of those things are now dragging their feet. And we are now hoping to only probably depend on IMF, World Bank, and grants from other, development partners like AFDB. I don't know why KMJ is sad, but
are you sad?
Is that?
Are you not sad?
My sad has passed sad. I've gone beyond sad. So
you'll be here. You'll be in this country one day. They said they are selling you.
No, I said I have gone beyond.
That is if they have not even sold you already.
I'm for sale.
So these are 10 key takeaways from the budget. There's more anyway, but when you go to myjoyonline.com, there's actually more that you can read and understand. Yeah.
At this point, I just want to say thank you.
It's difficult to actually
breathe in and breathe out. Just take a deep breath and breathe out. You'll be fine. Okay? Everything. Hovi, thank you so much for being here.
It's difficult to live in this country.
That you came to explain to us, and you've given us a heart attack at this point. Why did you come and explain this to us?
Heart attack, if there's anything like that, I was not the one who gave it.
Because yes,
the ones who gave us sitting there. Yeah.
No, see, yesterday when we had it, after hearing it 2 days ago, after hearing it 2 days ago, yes, we knew it wasn't, but it was a bit okay until this morning when we realized that. Thank you, Kofi J. We'll hopefully have
whatever that is read. There's more to it than what you hear, and this is what people should understand.
Oh yes.
We're excited about the tax exemption on PAD until you explain to us. Hey, so. Anyway, we have other conversations coming up. Kofi, what's coming up next?
Yes, Sidwa is standing by. What's trending? We've got some other interviews coming up as well, and just hold on tight. It's difficult to live in this part of the world.
It's okay. Right. It's okay.
Yeah,
We'll be
I better,
fine.
baby.
If you are still going to pay 20 cedi for pad,
We will
it's
jack
fine.
that.